Good morning, everyone. It is Captain Cowboy here with another live stream. Today we've had, well, first I'm going to start off with my honest review of Guns of Glory. So, you might be asking yourself, um, you know, why are you reviewing Guns of Glory now? Well, after I quit, sitting back watching a lot of things unravel, honestly thinking, how is my time spent here watching and playing this game. So a lot of different things come to mind when it comes to why did I quit this game. Well, there's only really one thing that came to mind, but how can you so the spending is honestly just insane. Sitting here talking to a C39 and he doesn't know how to increase his march capacity. I mean, I've always helped people, but this game, there is no guide to it. There's no instructions that come with this game. There's nothing in this game that tells you what to do, how to be better, how to be stronger. It is literally only buy this, buy that, buy this now, buy that. You wait some time, let's say you don't spend that money. They say, well, you didn't buy this, so let's go ahead and lower the price of this. Now buy it. Now buy this. I remember I played King of Avalon right when basically the Hope gems just came out for King of Avalon. Now, in King of Avalon, it has a different name. I believe they're called Valor. Yeah, they were Valor Stones. Um, when I bought that, they came in packs of I believe like 5. Let's take a look and let's compare it to packs that we have here. Granted, this is going to be like $10 or $5 packs because I don't spend anymore. But wow, all these things that I've never seen before. That just shows you what happens when you stop playing this game. Yeah, 200 fragments for $10. That is insanely cheap. 1,700 craftsman tools, 2 retribution equipment chests. This game has gone so much cheaper recently. It's just not even funny. Alright, 2 nobility gemstone chests. You have a definite chance of getting like a fifth of a raw justice gemstone. Now you can literally get a fifth. So for $10, you're getting 2/5 of a raw justice gemstone chest. So for $15, you get an entire raw justice gemstone chest, gemstone, which is a lot better. It's 10% better than a hope gemstone. So on the other hand, I spent $2,000 to buy one Valor gemstone, which is the equivalent of a raw hope. So $2,000 compared to $15, and that $15 is getting you something so much better. And when I bought my hope gemstones, there was zero chance. There's zero definite chance of me getting anything. Like the way they had it set up is, you can either get a raw Valor gemstone, you can either get the raw Valor stone, like the square one. Sorry. The second one down, you could get one of those for a Valors, or you just get refining gems. And a lot of the time, what happened is you just get the refining stones. It was such a low chance. It was literally like getting a very low chance of that raw basic nobility gemstone. And there were no fragments. I spent probably $5,000 and only got 6. So that's what, 50 of these packs of the $100, and I got 6 gemstones. I'm not spending any money now, but that was King of Avalon. Now the game has changed, and when they release something new, it's expensive. It's really expensive. Um, and now it just gets so much cheaper as time goes on. And that's great and all, but the thing is, if you're big and you want to, actually be good and be competitive in this game, you can't do that. You can't do that because the second you stop spending immediately as something new comes out, you're lost. You're out of it. There's no way for you to win this game. And there is no winning this game. But if you wait, let's say you're not a good, strong spender, let's say you wait a couple months, you're going to get killed for several months. And you're just going to get just destroyed. But after you wait a little bit, then things will start coming out. And they'll start coming out a little cheaper. And it will be easier for you to attain them. But besides that, like for non-spenders, it's great and all. The thing is, no matter what happens, you will never be strong enough to compete. It is literally a walk in the park for a big to destroy and walk over you. But at the same time, the bigs are going to have a difficult time. They're going to have to spend even more money in order to kill you. To you, as a small person, it will seem like you're getting walked. And to a big, it'll look like it's costing them more money and troops lost. Um, to try to kill you. So, besides that, it really comes down to the rest of the game is all about your personal interactions with people. And I'll get into a lot more about that later about, you know, let's say, even if you are a big, like myself, I'm a big, however, I stop spending. Like, you go to the leaderboards, I'm not, I'm not a huge man anymore. My power's still decent. I'm still like able to be seen on the top of the leaderboards. That's neat. I like that. But yeah, you come over to airship level and then just gone. But besides that, it's all about who you talk to and like who you know in this game. And it's all about if you're having positive or negative interactions with these people. Is your kingdom peaceful? Is your kingdom just constant warfare? So, you know, that all impacts, your game and your level of enjoyment. In King of Avalon, I was in a very, very unbecoming kingdom. We were constantly fighting. There was never any peace. And with all of that pain and suffering and all that money wasted, at the same time, it was also extremely enjoyable. And it was extremely enjoyable because that I was able to come together with all those around me. And that's why I came to King Guns of Glory, is because all of these people that I had met fighting to survive in a kingdom that was so toxic and so cancerous, I made a lot of good friends. And it was a lot of fun doing so. Now, the thing is that, well, it's not fun with my interactions of those trying to kill me, but it was those around us that were also in the same position, which really helped me and, made us come together. So, that was fun and all, but Now what it's like is in Guns of Glory, everything is so peaceful. Like I am creating all of these different interactions with people, trying to ensure that we can survive and stay stay together. This is literally the exact same. I don't get this. So besides that, I mean, just all right. Help! I want to go down. It just there's no fighting anymore. There's no points in this game as anymore where like you're fighting for survival, you're coming together, you're having these crazy wars because this game is so expensive. No one wants to utilize their expensive castles. When I was in playing King of Avalon, I had one march. Because if I had anything more than that and I forgot the shield for a day, it would be gone. I was at a stronghold level 24, and I was not increasing beyond that, simply because I couldn't keep resources long enough. We hadn't learned all the tactics, but in the end of the day, the mechanics made sense. It was more about your statistics and your stats than it was about your troop tiers and how many troops you were sending in a march. But now, the mechanics are all gone. Now it makes no sense. What is going on? So, it just doesn't make sense anymore. This game. It truly does not. And, I mean, it's a shame that way. Because now it's literally all about how much money you're spending. So, it doesn't make, nothing that we're doing now makes any sense. It's literally just about how much money you spend. Like you see, I'm out of it, and I just get walked. I got walked. 1 million troops lost to this guy. But if you look at it, like we're not too far off. My guard's better than his guard. Here, my guard's better than his guard here. With Duke of Buck, with Duke and with this orange guy, and then everything else is equal. And we look at it like the airship, and it's like it's not that far off. Then you come down here, and how? Maybe we had a lot of treasure, maybe he had like a stat bonus, but no. There's just so many new things that come out in the 2 months that you take off from spending. So, it's not even comparable. Like I only beat him in battlefield treatment. That's the only statistic that I had on the guy. Everything else though, he's got all new types of gear. And yeah, we might both be C-35s, we both might be sending T-11s in battle, but I've got 1 million troops in my own castle, and he's still able to walk me in one march. So this game has literally lost any sense of necessity towards what you're doing. And with that, I mean, it's not fun. It's literally only about the only thing that you could find enjoyable is maybe not spending as much. Well, probably not even spending at all, because you're going to be in the same position regardless. So unless you plan on spending $40,000 on your account, $50,000 on your account, you're not going to be in any position to survive in this game. So, this concludes my review, but let's go ahead and let's talk about some other things about this game. So, I want to talk to you all about, well, now that we've decided, okay, maybe we're not going to spend anymore. Maybe it's not worth spending anymore. What can we do to ensure that we can survive as long as possible? So, it really comes down to what is your kingdom like, because it's all kingdom based. So, my kingdom, we have a 24-hour kill event. That's fantastic for keeping people in the game. But at the same time, it's also terrible for keeping people in the game because the game becomes so boring because everyone just 24-hour shields it. So, it goes back and forth. So, you can either shield and not fight at all, or you can, try to fight, but it's really just who spent the most money. And I can tell you right now, if your name is not hashtag stop spending or KVK Pyro in Kingdom 194, you're not winning the battle. These two guys, they're on top. They have every single thing that they need, every key to success. And even that, these guys aren't even the strongest people. Like, they do not compare to some of these people in this game. They would not stand a chance against any C40 that they see in battle. So, it really goes back and forth as to what do you do, what's the best option. So, when it comes to not spending, your best option is to shield. If you're going to be online, you can always just pop 2-hour shields and set timers and come back and, stay on and stay alert and, keep an eye out for this. But really, what it comes down to is just keeping your shield up, keeping your city ready to go. Offload all of your farms before a fight. So, for a kill event, I'd go around to all of my farms. Granted, I don't have any farms, but let's say these 3 are my farms. I'd sit right here where this raging bull is. I'll attack all of my farms, take all their resources off. Because it's too expensive to shield my farms, but my main castle, maybe that's something I can keep up with. Maybe that's something I can afford. So, but what it comes down to is basically keeping your castle alive. And let's say you can't always afford a shield. Let's say you're done spending altogether. What is a good strategy to stay alive? Maybe you have some fighting that you need to do. Well, I'll tell you what you should do. After you get zeroed, so, it's just inevitable. If you're not you're not spending, you're not going to be able to maintain a troop count. So, what I would recommend you do is have one march. Now, I've done a bunch of troop formation videos, and I can do more if you guys want me to. So, have one march. You go around, and you can always keep your march out. Now, there's been other tactics that I've seen that are actually very effective in keeping multiple marches out. Now, the thing is, if you need, let's say, 3 marches of troops, granted, you can only attack with one at a time, but at least, if you have multiple marches, you can maintain backups in case that you lose some troops in battle. However, it's a lot easier to maintain and manage just one march of troops. It's easier to build back. It's not going to take you so long. It'll keep you in the fight for longer. So, let's say I want to go and attack someone in my alliance. Granted, I obviously can't do that. I'm just doing this as an example. So let's say this guy, the Godfather, he's the leader of this alliance. Let's say we want to go ahead and attack him. So, what I would do is, obviously, I would port in. As soon as I port in, find 3 unassociated accounts, and I would launch war rallies. So it's imperative that you're in a good alliance, or an alliance by yourself, or an alliance of just your farms. An alliance where no one's going to, tell anyone who you're rallying. You also want to make sure that they're not in any red area. Because if they're in a red area, your rally gets cancelled and your troops are immediately back and you get sped marched. So, keep your targets outside of any alliance. So if you see here, oh, no, that's still not it. So it's pretty difficult to find places, but yeah, there's a ton of alliances back here. Wow. So keep your march. So let's say there were 3 castles right here. There's no red lines around. They're not in any specific alliance, per se. You launch war rallies. You keep your troops out of your castle, so if you get attacked, your troops that are in rallies don't get attacked, and they're literally just hitting you for resources at that point. You cannot have wonders if you're doing this. But granted, if you aren't spending, you're probably not going to have wonders. I still have them, but I am giving them away to other players in my kingdom when Ultimate Alliance campaign comes. So, after you launch your rallies, you have one march free to do whatever you want. You always watch that march. You always keep an eye out on your rallies also to make sure that they're not coming home. And you just take care of yourself, and you can, have free reign over anything. If you're outside of an alliance, you can't really be kicked out, you can't be tracked, unless the king comes in and uses some of their abilities to fight you. So, that's great for, keeping yourself in the fight. Now, granted, you're not going to be able to go in and attack huge castle levels, because you're not a spender anymore. But, now let's say you want to go ahead and you want to defend. Well, you have to know your enemy very well. It's always imperative. I mean, I've said this many times before. It's very imperative to know your enemy, know their abilities, know their power, know their stats. Keep an eye out on every single person that you want to fight. And yeah, I mean, just know what battles you can fight, know what battles you're not going to win. If you're not going to win it, just shield it. If you're on a countdown, you advance, teleport away. I mean, that's really the only way. Sorry, I just need a drink of water. But, I mean, that goes for fighting when you're not a spender. But let's go ahead and talk about some other things now. Sorry, just need a second. Just responding to a text message. Also, I want to mention, I have available a membership on YouTube Gaming to my account. If you guys are interested, go ahead and join. I believe it's $5 a month. All those proceeds go to me, and what that will do for you is, if you join, I'll give you access to exclusive videos, exclusive live streams. Pretty much, whenever I play a game, I'll be like streaming it. However, I don't always like post them for public. But if you join on YouTube Gaming, you'll have access to every single time that I'm playing game. So in case you're interested. Um, and then also I'll give you all a free account guide if you're interested, or if you want on your account. So if you join, you'll get a free account guide as well as access to a bunch of exclusive videos. You'll also get a shout out. Then if you're also not interested in YouTube gaming, you can also do a super chat. Now none of this is required. This is all just pretty much donations. But I just wanted to mention that. And besides that, let's go ahead and talk about our next topic for today. Which I also don't really know what the topic is. I need to go. I took a note of it earlier. Forgot though. Notes. Work notes. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a revised spending guide. So post-strike comes into a lot of different questions about spending. And let's go ahead and talk about, like your revised spending guide. What should you spend your money on? How much money should you spend? And quite honestly, if you're not the biggest person in your kingdom, or if you're not like a close second, I would highly recommend that you don't spend any money. Now, keep in mind, you are gonna need gold. There's always a need for gold, and that's mostly for shielding. But you really don't need that much gold because you can get them in various different ways for free. Um, so, I mean, yeah, it's a money game for sure. However, you just can't spend any money now. It's just it's a constant sinkhole of spending money. Now, I just, you just can't do this anymore, like with spending, because, I mean, at least personally, everyone has their own different means, and everyone's different. However, in the end of the day, it's gonna be the same thing. It's always gonna be there's something gonna be new, and there's gonna be something different that you need to buy and spend all your money on, and you just can't do this anymore. It's never gonna end, and you're always gonna be spending something on something different in order to maintain your position in the game. And honestly, unless you're the biggest person, there's no reason to spend your money, because the biggest reason can carry your kingdom. Now, if you're a KVK player and you see a need, I mean, there's to a certain extent that you want to spend. Take your time. You don't want to be immediate, because after a month, everything's gonna get cheaper. I mean, we saw the exact same thing with Ice Lord gear, and I mean, it's gonna be the exact same way with just about anything else in this game. So, I mean, literally, I wrote on a notepad, hey, make a video about a revised spending gear guide. And I wrote, literally, question mark, no, don't spend. That's it. I mean, this is my best guide to you. I plead with you. Strike spending with this game. Do not give FunPlus any more money. People are commenting on my videos saying I'm a developer for GOG. That could be furthest from the truth. I'm a pilot. I know nothing about coding. I know nothing about how to make a successful business. I mean, I've seen such a successful business with this company. However, it's successful because it's just a trap. It is literally just a money trap, and I highly urge you not to spend or give them any of your money. This game has done nothing for me. I think the only person that they actually sponsor, like as a player, is Revenge Gamer, and I don't want to get sponsored by FunPlus, but literally the only reason he's spent he's sponsor is because he's literally spent so much money on this game, and it's not even funny. I can't even fathom how much money, like his actual cost to play this game. I can't do it. I can't imagine it. Good for him, I guess. I don't know. It's probably not. I mean, there's so many better things in life to spend your money on. Now, granted, I've probably spent the same amount of money as him, but I've done it between Guns of Glory and King of Avalon. I've split it up. I really screwed myself, but that's besides the fact. I just urge you, don't spend your money. It's not worth it. I mean, uh, I take a month off and like look at all these things like platinum manuscript used like part can be used to make and upgrade airship parts. Like that's completely new. That's another thing I'm going to spend a couple $1,000s on. Curiosity cabinets. No idea what this is either. I mean, why am I going to spend my money on this? Well, I mean, there's a perfectly great explanation as to why I need to spend my money on it. Oh, this is all for catacombs. Sun King equipment chest. I mean, look how cheap this is. I always said, don't get this. Do not waste your money. But it's so cheap now. I mean, I'm still saying don't do it. I'm still all for not doing it. But at the same time, it's not even funny how cheap things are now. Can you even buy a Demon Hunter? My gear's so antiquated. Duelist gear, you probably can't buy that either. I mean, I did see the retribution chest, but I mean, there's no point in buying this. It's a lot cheaper and a lot better to go ahead and buy the Sun King equipment chests. You're getting so much more for your money by buying this. I mean, don't do it, because it's a trap. You're still going to be spending several $1,000s just to get this, and that doesn't mean that anything you do is going to be worth it. So, I mean, this is my guide to spending in Guns of Glory 2019. It's don't give them, don't give in. King of Avalon's doing the same thing. No one is spending money. No, everyone's striking it, but it's already too late. We've already given them so much money. We can't stop the pace of the game. The Q&A, 30 minutes of absolute BS. Listening to our complaints. There's no way they're listening to anyone. And 30 minutes, that's the most the most amount of time that they can afford to send one person to respond. One person for 30 minutes is all they can give us. Really goes to show you how much Guns of Glory cares about us as humans and not just money, income. Give me a second. Gotta blow my nose. want to make a video about is it worth getting new gear, and I mean I've already kind of talked about it, and I really said no. I mean it's not worth getting the new gear at all. Um, and besides that, I mean it's all about kingdom relations. So like Zuby, I've become such a good friend with this guy. And then Pyro, he's such a new guy. Like he kind of came into the fact after I quit. But I mean, I kind of talked to him, and I'm making amends with him. I want to join Sin, I do, but I think I'm gonna be selling my account. Um, and it just you gotta give in something and become friends with everyone in order to make sure that you're not a target. And even then, you need to be careful. You need to always keep an eye out and make sure that you're still in good terms with everyone in this game, because people can turn on you in a second, in a heartbeat, because there's a lot of drama in this game, and there's a lot of things that can be going on that you're not really so positive about. But really, what it comes down to is always making sure that you're from, you're on good terms with everyone. You don't want to be like the public whore who's just dealing with everybody. So it's really a tough business, because how do you maintain a relationship with everyone at the same time? I mean, all I've done was I came in here and I said, all right, I'm advocating for peace. We need to start immediately. Like as soon as I got in here, immediately, like, look, I played King of Avalon. It's an exact copy of this game. I know how this game works, and I know that if we listen, if we listen to what the developers want us to do, everyone's gonna quit. People are gonna die in the game, and people are gonna get very upset, and I don't want that. I like this kingdom, and I want to see it prosper and grow. And I started advocating for a 24-hour kill event, and I got a lot of people on board. I knew who was going to be a big, and I knew, like, alright, these people are going to be, large players in politics in this game. And I started forming around them, and I started talking to them, and you got to feed into them, and also at the same time, put in your own aspirations and goals for this game. And you got to do that immediately. I mean, it's easy to come in to play later on in the game, but if you're coming in to play later on in the game, what you have to do, the only way to really survive at that point, is by becoming a large forest later on in the game, like Pyro, and then taking the kingdom for your own by killing off people. And it's not good, because that's going to kill off a lot of people from the game. And if you're trying to advocate for peace, it's a double-edged sword. You're advocating for peace by killing everyone. So, with that aspect, it's just fucked. Sorry, I should not say that. It's not good, because, I mean, there's very little as to what you can do to advocate for your piece and get that done if you come in late. And not everyone was on board. I don't know if you guys remember, but the video C35 for C30 wild Jason zeroing, that video literally stemmed off the fact that these couple people did not like me. They did not like the ideals that I was portraying and what I wanted for my kingdom. And they got a very small group together, and they wanted to fight us. And they wanted to pretty much, say, look, we're not giving in, we're not giving you what you want, because we want to follow what the developers are saying. We don't want you to stop making us play our game. So, they wanted to go to war over it. And that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. But at the same time, they knew how to play the game so well that it's not fun anymore. It's not worth it anymore. So, I mean, at that point, it's just like, is it even worth it? And is it worth it? I mean, I don't know what to say. It's not it's not worth it to fight over that. It's not worth it to fight like that. And because no matter what you do, there's really no winning. People are gonna get killed and people are gonna quit. Exactly. They don't teach you how to play this game. There is no written guide. There's no guidebook. It's literally what you make of the game. And if you follow the guidelines of a 72-hour kill event from King of Avalon or from Guns of Glory in the event center, you're gonna kill your kingdom. It'll work perfectly when everyone's a C22. But once you get one C30, everyone's dying. Everyone's quitting because there's literally nothing you can do about it. When I played King of Avalon, I was a C18. That was the most I could amount to until I joined this alliance called GOT, Game of Thrones. I was a C18, and no one in my alliance knew how to play the game. I was the R5, and I didn't know anything about kingdom relations. I just knew there's a C30, and we're friends with him. We do whatever he tells us to do, and we're fine. And then this new alliance came out, and they said, "Hey, this man, he's not going to be in the game for much longer. We know how to play the game. Come to us." I took a gamble that I didn't really understand at the time, and I joined this new alliance. And when I joined this new alliance, I gained a lot of friends, and we started talking on Discord all the time. I got this app called Line, and I started communicating with, all these alliance members, and they taught me how to play the game. They told me what to spend on, and I'm like, well, I'm not really into spending right now. I don't want to spend my money on a phone game. I haven't even spent $1 yet. And a girlfriend that I played with, she's like, you need to spend $1. Like, you get so many free abilities in this game if you spend $1. I'm like, yeah, but I don't spend money on games. I don't. That's just something I don't do. And I spent $1, and then it was probably 5 months later, and I became friends with this guy named Swag, and he taught me how to play the game, and I saw firsthand. I'm a C24 now, C22, C23, going on to C24, and I see firsthand, what's actually going on in this game. And I became an R4 at. That was part of the deal that I had. And I was in the inner circle. And I said, guys, I don't like this anymore. We're getting pushed around. I don't want us to die. And I said, I'm spending money. I spent all my money on stats. I spent no money on going up in levels. And they were pushing Swag. Swag went to C30 before me. And I was sitting at C24. And became very quickly, became a very well-known name in the kingdom. Swag and I went on these guerrilla warfare battles, and we just went around and killed everybody. No one could stop us. We angered everyone so much, but we got what we needed, and we needed peace. And we got peace through killing. And in the killing, most of our kingdom died and quit the game. And that's not really fun. It's not fun to see, your kingdom quit and give up around you. So, I mean, besides that, what else is there to do? And just there's nothing that tells you what to do or how to play the game. It's all about what do you make of this game. What are you doing to achieve the goals and aspirations that you want for your game? And really, like, the only thing that there is to it is it's all about who you meet, it's all about who you talk to, and it's all about what they want. What does your big want out of your kingdom? Does he just want to go around and kill everyone? If he wants to go around and kill everyone, you figure that out as soon as possible, because there is nothing worth wasting your time in that game anymore. Because if he just wants to kill everyone, no one's safe, not even his own alliance members. Because after he's done killing everyone else, he's going to turn his back and start killing them too. So, I mean, that's really the gist of it. Just, there isn't nowhere is safe. Alright guys, that's all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. So, I mean, I'll keep doing more streams. Leave a message. Also in the top right, I have a couple polls that I'd like you guys to... I have one poll actually. Will you continue to spend? There's like a little circle with an eye in it. Click on that and it'll take you to the poll. Go ahead and answer that, please. And then yeah, if you guys want to see any specific videos, let me know. I mean, Peter, you don't know how to upgrade, you don't know how to enhance. I have a couple videos on that. I mean, just go through my YouTube and search for the specific things that you need to learn how to do. I've got a bunch of videos for that. But yeah, I mean, that just shows you. This game teaches you nothing. It's all about figuring things out on your own. Because there's really no help out there, and that's why I started doing this YouTube. So, I mean, if you're looking to enhance, what are you trying to enhance? I mean, there's an enhance tab right here, and to enhance your gear, you can enhance your gemstones right here, adding some refining stones to it. No problem. Alright, gentlemen, ladies, that's all I have for you all today. I might be on later tonight. I'll probably do some kind of streaming tonight. But I've got a lot of work I need to do today. So, take care, everyone. Don't forget, you can leave a super chat if you want. Sends a highlighted message. Gives you a little shout out. So, you know, everyone gets to see your message. You can also join you can subscribe to my channel on YouTube Gaming. It costs $5 a month. You get access to exclusive videos, and then you get like special emojis and things. And thanks to Dominique Noel from Kingdom 163. And also give you an account guide as well if you purchase that. And also, if you have any ideas for what you would want out of it, I'm very open to anything. Alright, everyone. That's all I've got for tonight. Well, this morning. I'll see you all later. Take care, and if you have anything that you want to see, drop a comment. I'll take a look at it, and I'll make a video for you. No problem. Peter, Demon Hunter, I got it a while ago. There's so many better options right now. This royal deal right here seems like a pretty darn good deal. But there's also some other things. I'm sorry, TJ, but yeah, I'm ending. You can go back and you can watch the stream. I have a couple different videos within the stream, but as always, I'm gonna upload the videos later. I've got to go run some errands, but when I get home from doing so, I will upload the videos. Alrighty, enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Take care.